Tell me why you love these games.
RCJ Productions. Oh, bunker.
What is up, Crew 2 Racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. We're here today with the last summit before Motorfest. Come along with me. Let me show you some of my best practices for these events. Some of them are kind of scuffed. The runs are not clean, but we're having fun no matter what. One of these escapes, we yeet ourselves off a mountain. We pray to the Lord and Savior Testarossa and do the best we can to get away from the red dot. If you're looking for some tips, you're looking for somebody to guide you through the summit on easy mode, that's what I'm here to do. I'm not setting any records. I'm not here to be number one. I'm just here to get platinum, make sure I get my car and my rewards, and have fun in the process. So if that's what you're looking for, saddle up. Let me show you what we've got. All of the tunes that I use are from my man Acor. He's an awesome content creator. He's got all of the cars locked in. Super good setups for all of them, and that's what I use. So I'll link his video down below. Guys, I'd recommend you go watch that. He does them a lot better than me, but some people want, you know, somebody talking them through it and just a little bit different spin on things, and that's what I'm here to provide. But if you're looking to get the cars set up, he's already got it done. So check out the link down below. Go get that. All right, with all that out of the way, let's go. Let me show you what we've got. Alright, 434 is not bad. We'll definitely take that. That was a 29-mile increase, so that, with a little bit of help, will exceed everybody that doesn't have anybody to do it with, so that'll be pretty solid for me. Good luck to you guys getting that. Like I say, if you can't get a tow, try to shoot for like 395. That's about probably going to be the best you're going to do without a draft. But you'll see that we're both coming to the center and just making sure that we're finding each other as quickly as possible for that draft. He used his nitrous really early to get out in front of me. We'll see if that was a good strategy or not for us to get up to speed. We did increase our time a little bit, so it's a 10.0 with a 3 now, but still not bad. But overall, I think that's a pretty good time. Should get us where we want to be. Oh yeah, 129,000 points, plenty. Alright, so the move on this escape. Get your hypercar, whatever. I'm in the Bugatti because it's got the best top speed for me, but you could do it in literally anything. Any of the hypercars. You want to use a hypercar because it does a little better in the dirt. I go in past it like I've done here, and I turn around. We're on the top of a mountain, and we're going to yeet ourselves off it at top speed. So go down, swoop the escape, and then use a little nitro. Go to the right of the flag here. I make sure I shift in the top gear, and then just a lot of prayer. We got it. We're doing so good. If you can get to the road that is straight north of our position before the dot gets there, you're pretty much good. You're going to get a time that you want. But this is the most treacherous part of the journey right here that we're in. With the stops that I've had, I don't know that I'll make it, but we are going to try to run it out. Try not to use too much for a nitro because you want to get that for when we get to the concrete. Nitro works the best on the concrete, absolutely. Cross the first road. If we can get onto that highway and just break away from the red dot, we're really flush. I think we're going to be okay. I'm going to use all of it just to get up to speed. Alright. And then you just gotta make sure you don't get cars pulling a U-turn in front of traffic. My God. Here's kind of tricky. You gotta make sure you get on the road. It's really easy to like miss it and go in the center back there. And then you lose a lot of momentum. You pretty much stay on this road for quite some time, and then it comes to an option to keep going straight or to take the right, and the right is like pretty sturdy. I probably should have followed the road because it would have been a bit faster, but I kind of committed to this. I have regrets. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Solid barrier. Oh, we're barely getting away. Alright, up here is our split, so we're going to head back north on this one. Alright, our turn is right here. I missed it because I'm awesome like that. Ooh, you're running down the road. Oh my God. Alright, at the end of this tunnel, we are going to go left. We're going to get on the highway there. Our circle is right on us. Alright, 14,880 with terrible pathing, really bad trees at the start. Like, pretty much anybody could do that. And that's 149k in your escape, which is awesome. Like, if you do a perfect run and do quadruple that or a lot more than that, you're really only going to get diminishing returns. Like, I did 149k for my summit score. My buddy Viper, he did 157, so he got about 9,000 more than me, but he went 42,000 yards. So it kind of gives you an idea. Like, once you get to that 15,000 yard number, that's going to give you a high enough score in this the escape that you really don't need to do much better. So I think that I'm totally comfortable with that. I could definitely do a lot better for sure, but for the sake of just moving along, I think it's alright. Alright, Force Hypercar. We're out here in the Senna. Got Sadros and Supples with me. Those guys are sticking with me through pretty much the summit today. This corner you can round it off, but you don't want to get too aggressive. You want to aim for those inside trees and make sure you grab enough brakes to not get crazy with it. As we approach the top of the hill, easy brakes at the top. Round this one off. A little bit of nitro, gets back up to speed. Round off this one and the next one. Lots of brakes here. That was crazy. Car landed, got a little skittish on us. Bit of a straightaway here, so don't be shy to use your nitrous. Get your car up to speed. Then let it recharge as you go through these next right-handers. Alright. Now, coming up here, we know this is a tight section. The right-hander's not bad, but then it's the chicane at the top of this on-ramp that'll get you, so... And once again, don't be afraid to use that nitro, get up to the top speed, or at least get to the top of 6th, grab 7th, then make sure we're recharging for when we go into this clover leaf. Lots of brakes going in the clover leaf. Alright, use all that nitrous to get back up to acceleration. Once we come around this, we'll grab 7th. Gonna let the nitrous recharge. We're gonna get on the brakes here. And pretty much use all the nitro that you have on the exit here to get a good exit and finish. Not too bad. I don't know if it was better than my previous run or not, but it felt pretty clean. Biggest thing is it'll probably take a couple tries to get it really dialed in, but once you kind of know where to use your nitrous, know where the straightaways are to get it going zoom, it works pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, 122.5, that's fine. Alright, we got the Force Lamborghini Countach. This track's like 8 minutes without shortcuts. Saw Acorn do like a 6:07. My pleb self is gonna try to do like 8 minutes. Some of the shortcuts are really cracked and just way out there. But in the grand majority of things, I think if you can just get a clean run, you're probably where you need to be. Car's getting light, wants to go on 2 wheels.
A Vegas to LA road trip? People will think we're trying to get out of town.
Alright, up here at the circle, we'll cut straight. Car doesn't love getting tossed around in the sky like that, but first opening parts of this track are pretty straightforward, pretty natural shortcuts, if you will. And then you drive like I do and you miss all kinds of stuff. Try to see if we can jump back on the track here. We'll take it. Oh, I wanted to go to the left there and go up that hill. We'll go up this hill because it's not any faster. We'll go around this big rock. That seems good. I'm just watching the mini map with some prayer. Seems to be going pretty good. Got off to a terrible start, but you know what? It's going pretty well. I couldn't talk you guys through what I'm doing right now because I'm not really even sure. But I feel like we're up right now. We got a good time. Sure, anybody watching this will be like, oh yeah, hey, we could do that, we could do that. Oh, we could do a lot better if we do that. Just round off that whole corner right there. That's sweet. See if we can just round off this corner a little bit here too. Oh, there's a creek. We gotta get back on the road before we get there. Where's that road at? Right up here, sounds good. Nice. Right before the bridge, perfect. We're blessed. We're back on track. Alright. Look over here and get on the highway. Avoid that little intersection over there. That worked out really good. Stay on this. Grab this lane because it seems like a little more direct. Oh no! We wanted to turn there. It's only more direct if you actually take the right way. Low key, we might be on the wrong side of the road. I don't know if they come back together. I might have just hooked myself really poorly. Ah, yeah. We want to be over there, dudes. New, new, new. Wasn't terrible. Wasn't faster though. Where? Oh no. I don't trust myself in oncoming now. We're gonna get on the right track.
Los Angeles, where racing is usually done at 5 miles an hour. Thank God we missed rush hour.
Lucky reset. We had a lot of really good time saves. We had a lot of really good time losses. So we'll see how we do on my friends list. There's a couple of my friends lists already finished this. So if I'm faster than them, we're good. If I'm slower than them, no good. Yeah. So don't follow me, guys. just drive the race. Do the best you can. That was wild. That was wild. It's like we trained him wrong as a joke. Wait, should we see what our final time is? I like this car in this color though, kind of like pink. Very light, nice pink.
Well, son of a gun. You pulled it off after all.
Alright, let's see what we did as far as the friends list goes. Oh, that was really good. I'm only a few seconds off of that guy, and I'm like way ahead of that dude. Not way ahead, but ahead enough. We'll take it. Alright, Forced Vehicle Lucky 1 Prototype Marble Edition, dude. I got the homies with me. It makes these events a lot more fun and easier when you've got somebody you can draft with. And so the three of us just throwing it down on the summit together is a lot of fun. And it really makes the draft just incredible when you've got a handful of guys doing it. You can just take turns getting out front. We're not racing each other so much as we're racing that clock to get a good summit time. And so you'll see I use all the nitrous to get as much of a lead on my guys as possible, because once they're in the draft, they'll slingshot around me, and then we just Indian run all the way in.
First place feels good, doesn't it?
Alright, so these cars barely do 255, 260 alone, but when you're in that draft, you can get your car up to a so much higher top speed, and then you'll maintain that for a little bit. Then your guys behind you will take that and pass you, and it's really, really cool. I know a lot of you guys will be doing this on your own. It doesn't make it any easier doing it on your own, that's for sure. But this is like kind of an example of why. Oh, we got to slow down on top of this hill, boys. We're good, we're good. Oh, I think Supples is out of the draft.
Yeah, we'll see if I can't do something.
We're on it. But let this be an example. If you're not a member of the Cornnut crew, now would be a great time to join the Discord, start vibing with us and hanging out, making some friends. Because these summits aren't going away, they're just moving to the new game. And it's a lot easier to do this with a homie. So you'll see he's using all of his NOS right now to get ahead of us, and right now we're in 6th gear just gaining crazy speed, way more than we would if we were just using a single tank of NOS. So even though maybe you're not running a perfect run, but if you're running with somebody, that draft is worth so much extra speed that you can gain a lot of time on the single players. It's pretty much what this whole summit has been about, is just like drafting and vibing. We had the drag race and then the Speedtrap. Like right there, we're going 287 alone. I don't think you'd hit that ever. Yep. 72, right? It's right here, Sad Rose. Oh, you hit the trees. I'm gonna stay on it just because I got a pretty good bump draft there. I might be able to beat my time.
Come on, buddy.
So like right now I'm solo. I don't have anybody doing the bump draft. I don't have anybody to chase. And we'll see how good we do. Right here at 83% after the checkpoint, that bridge is kind of tricky. You can lose a lot of speed there if you're ping-ponging off the walls. And then through here, you can go up the hill, through the trees here, or through the grass, shave a little time as well. So that's not a bad spot. It's kind of foolish and used all my nitrous and forgot the track and basically nosed into the brakes. We'll let the downhill carry us through 5th gear right here, and then we will use the rest of our nitrous to get us back up to speed. Alright, coming across the line, looks like we're going to do about a 405. Not bad. I think that's about a 4-second improvement from what I did earlier. So that kind of gives you an idea of what you can do. If you've got a little bit of draft, a little bit of help there. Not too tricky on this one. It's really just highway rolls, going as fast as you can. And that's what makes this car really, really good when you can run with a buddy. Yeah, 405. That would be definitely a good enough time to get me into plat, no questions. Alright, we've just spawned into the slalom event. I'm in my F1 car, my Alpha car, because it's got a little better score breaker set than my Hypercar. You can really do this with just about anything. The score breaker set's going to be the deal. These Alpha cars turn good, but on the dirt they don't do quite as well as I'd like it to. So you can go faster in a Hypercar, but because my score breaker set is so much more dominant on this one because I have skilled rolled on it, I would prefer to use this one. So we'll see how good we do with this. Guy tried to ruin us there. That was cool. But I think we did alright. We'll see what our score looks like here. 24,239. It's an improvement from my last one, so that should be plenty of points to get me into Platinum this week. 154k on the slalom's plenty. But yeah, use a Hypercar, use an Alpha car, whatever you've got a score breaker set on. That's the move. Alright, we're doing the unrestricted street race. I like this Ferrari. It's very good in Motorfest, and so it's not as meta in the Crew 2, but like all things we do out here, you don't have to be the most meta to get Platinum, you just gotta do decent. So we're gonna... This thing sounds so good. Now my boy's up there in that Countach, and that thing is fast. We try to zoom in on Supples here. He's making that car go. Trying not to wreck our buddy. Alright, coming down the backside of the hill here. Little bump draft. Oh, put that rock. A little unreasonable, I think. Very planted car. I like this Ferrari a lot. If you guys don't have it yet, it's worth getting to put in the stable because it is going to be very good in Motorfest. I used it a bunch in the Grand Race. Was very, very happy with it. We almost toasted a deer. My God, Supples, you are gone, bruh. Yeah, 2.4. That's one thing about it, that Lamborghini accelerates really, really hard. But not everybody has it, not everybody can drive it, so if you've got a different street racing vehicle that you like, you can set a decent time in. That's really the game, right? Like just... Coming down the hill, we are going pretty fast. Supples, how fast are you going? 230. Okay, so he maxed out that car. We did have about 17 mile an hour on him there because we were going like 247, a little better than that. So that does show that this Ferrari does have a little bit longer legs, but definitely doesn't make up for how fast he can drive that that Lambo. We took a very risky line there, got very lucky. Closed the gap down a little bit. Alright, so right now we're going 235. Down the hill we're going 245. Lots and lots of brakes. But as you guys can see, that Lamborghini is so meta for the reasons that is before us. It just accelerates so hard that we were not able to keep and close that gap once we made that mistake early on. But overall, that time we just set should be plenty enough for us to put ourselves into the platinum level on the summit this week and not have any problems. 126, that's plenty. 125 or more is like pretty good for the street racing events, I'd say. Don't get me wrong, tons of room for improvement. If I switch cars, I know I could go faster. For the Force touring car, or no, excuse me, any touring car you want, I really think the Saleen S7 is a good choice. Acor used it in his video, and I definitely understand why. It's got one of the better top speeds of the touring cars. I did this with the Vulcan earlier. Vulcan does about 235, maybe 240 with a little draft. These Saleens have no problem doing well above that without much extra push. So you'll see right there, I'm obviously drafting, but the car is capable of going over 250 and just sitting like I'm doing right now, going 252 after that draft, which is really pretty huge. I mean, if you can sit there and carry your top speed for the duration of the race, you find yourself getting seconds every few percent. So the Vulcan, the FXXK, Evo, a few of those other cars are very good handling, but this car is dominant right now on this track because of its top speed. So just, you'll see I'm using all my nitrous to get right back up to speed and carry that through. We were playing with our buddy Sadros for a little bit, but he had trouble going through the chicane. Coming down the backside of this, we're going to let our nitro just charge up because we're already going pretty good speed. Just letting that car get up to its cruising speed of 250 miles an hour. Now there you can cut pretty nicely and get right back on the track. Save all your nitrous for that and get right back up to it. Lots of brakes. Use that nitrous again to get back up to speed. Didn't quite have enough to get top speed, but it'll be alright. That jump is detrimental to your speed. I waited a little bit to click into 7th before I used the rest of my nitrous there to try to carry me through the low end of that gear. Because that's when you actually accelerate the slowest, I would say. Back up to cruising speed. That was wild. For whatever reason, the car just got super loose and there was nothing we could do. Didn't like that. Cutting nice clean lines through here. Don't get me wrong, going off the track a little bit, but trying to be more of a straight line through there as opposed to a lot of really wide curves. But once again, that's the reason we're using this car, is because right now we're cruising at 245, whereas majority other touring cars just don't. So if you don't have the Saleen in your garage, just use whatever you've got, but I would really recommend this one. It's got really good top speed, and that's very valuable. Let's see what kind of time we got here. Wasn't super clean. We had a couple of really crazy bobbles, but overall, the Salene's definitely the move. It's very fast. 342.15. That should be enough to get us 120k points. Yep, 120k right there, perfect. And that'll put us in a pretty good position on the summit this week, which we shouldn't have to worry about getting out of plat, getting knocked down. This is the last summit before we drop into the Crew Motorfest, so there might be some people coming in. We're currently ranked 403, 1280 on there, currently the highest at all my friends, and doing just fine. So, mind you, we're 78k off the world leader right now, but it's all right. I think we're safe with 1.2 mil. I wouldn't worry about that. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. You have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.